Being called up to the England squad. How pleased are you to see Jack in the England training party?
Yeah, I mean, I'm delighted. I mean, it's obviously been a little bit frustrating for Jack and for ourselves that obviously at the start of the year he had to work through the knee issue that he finished last season with. Obviously, that's much improved now, and you can see that in the quality of his performances. And that probably put him on the back foot a little bit as regards the autumn internationals. So he was a little unfortunate there. He was the guy in possession at the end of the Six Nations, and unfortunately he wasn't able to go on the tour then and keep his place into the autumn. So it's great to have him still involved. I'm very confident in the way he's playing at the moment and the way I see his game developing, that he will feature strongly for England in the future. And as I say, I'm delighted that he's involved in the senior squad.
4 players in the Saxons squad: Tom Waldron, Luke Cowan-Dickey, as well as Henry and as Dave Ewers. Do you think any of those should have been included in the main squad?
It's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, it's easy to talk about your own players because you know all their qualities and they're good, and those lads have a lot of good qualities. But what you do need to remember are there's some quality players ahead of them who have put in some consistent performances and are playing at clubs that are putting in some consistent performances. I mean, I think for me, what's a little frustrating is that maybe as a club and for those lads as a group, we haven't been able to put our best foot forward. In some ways, for them all to have the best opportunity to get selected at the highest level, because we had a little bit of a sticky patch in the Premiership. What I would have liked to have been able to do is sit here and go, we're currently comfortably third in the Premiership. We've obviously, we battered away Gloucester, we battered away London Irish, and we gathered those points, and we're one of the form teams in the Premiership, and that means we should be rewarded with some of our English players getting higher recognition. Now we have, being recognised by Saxons is still very, very important to us. Having Jack in the senior squad is very, very important. But it does feel a little bit like, as I said, as a group, we've not been able to really push those guys forward, or we've not been, as I say, been able to put ourselves in a really, really strong position for everybody because without a couple of results slip away that really we should have made happen.
Do you really believe that, had you have won 2 or 3 of those games in this previous block of 4 Premiership games, we might be saying Thomas Waldron in the England squad or Henry Slade or something like that?
Oh, 100%, because I think there's no doubt that part of us not performing well as a side has probably meant that those individuals also haven't performed quite at the level they were previously, and I think the whole thing counts. There's no sort of magic to the fact that the regular top 4 sides who have England players playing for them, or EQP players playing for them, having the representation, the things do work together now. It's not the only way it happens. But obviously, if you're a team full of England players that's winning most weeks in the Premiership, the two go hand in hand. They obviously look like the best players who are playing the best rugby, and that's our battle, is to make sure we show that bit more consistency to really let us drive ourselves forward as a group of players who can get international recognition, not just the English guys, but the other guys as well who play international rugby.